Aloha, Facebook friends. How are you? I just wanted to come on and share a little bit about yes and no. I feel like it's almost like it's like Sesame Street, with Grover. Now we're just doing yes and no. So we're understanding opposites and understanding what that means for what it means when you're a yes person and what it means when you're a no person, and what it means when you're compromising your yeses and your nos. So this is all about boundaries. Um, and it is about what you get to say yes to and what you get to say no to, and how no doesn't always mean limitation. No can bring you into the aligned expansion that um, that you need, instead of something that will actually limit you. So let me know if you're here. Say hola or aloha, whatever you want to say. I have my phone so I can see the comments there. So I've been honing basically, or refining my no voice for a few years. And before I was a much more of a yes person. Yes, 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 yes. And what does that mean? It means, I would say yes to things so that people would feel comfortable, and things that I knew, like deep down, that they weren't really in alignment for me or even for them. But because I wanted to make people feel comfortable, right? I didn't want them to experience discomfort. I would just agree, just say yes. And then when I started saying no, a lot of things in life broke down. So when I started creating these boundaries, a lot of relationships in my life shifted. But what it allowed me to do is to say yes to a lot of other things. So it's important to understand that when you say no, like some people are like automatic, I call them automatic no people. And there are times I'm like that. I'm automatically no. And then I have to sit with it. I have to say, I just have to internally go, no. It's like I know a part of me that says no. And then I have to sit with it and like really sift through what that invitation was, and then see, is there anything within this that I can say yes to for myself? Is there anything that in this that someone, if I'm with one of my clients, that I can help them find the yeses within the initial no? And I've had people have a lot of reactions to me when I'm like, no, 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 no. One of the reasons I have that kind of no reaction is because there's something that I would say that is within that, whatever they're sharing, that is actually detrimental for them. And that thing that that is detrimental or is like impacting my client will react, and they'll react to me. But I say no because there is a definite energy that is not authentic for my client at the moment, that then I can sift through and find where the yes is. But the no is to the energy of influence that is influencing my client or myself in a way that's not in aligned with who I am or who my client is, their authentic truth. So for a long time, it was hard for me to say no to people, even though internally I was like, no, 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 no. there's a strong internal yes or no for me. And when there isn't, then I have to really sit with it. It's almost more comfortable to say, I don't have a clear answer at this time. I'll get back to you. That's easier for me than it is to have that immediate reaction, yes or no. And it's not that the reactions aren't coherent, because they are, and so you could be experiencing a lot of anxiety. Or you can be experiencing this never feeling like you get to do your thing, or like it's never your turn, if you're saying yes to a lot of things that you don't really want to say yes to. So it's important that we develop this voice, and that we begin to stop engaging with people in that way where we're so worried about their reaction, and we can always say, you can always do that graceful thing that says, I've got to sit with this. Um, and sometimes you really need that, right? And if it's hard for you to just have that directive no or that direct yes, then that's what I encourage you to do, because uh, sometimes there's energy of influence and you can feel it. There's like just something just doesn't feel right. It almost feels like there's a cloud, or you can't see clearly. There's like a mist or a veil or something. And so you want to take that time. You want to respect yourself and respect that other person by saying, no, I can't answer that right now. Like, I don't know. I need a little bit of time um, to to um, to get back to you, to sit with this and get back to you. And it's important. It's important we hold our boundaries based on what's important for us, based on what nurtures and nourishes our own core, authentic essence. What is that? It's like basically what you're saying is, I'm going to say no to this because I'm going to respect and honor basically the fuel for my system that fuels that core essence. Because if you say yes to something, like to participate in, or let's say it's something you're participating in, and you say yes to it, but really it's not aligned for you. It's really diverting like your energy to something that's not aligned for you, and then you're also fueling your system with things that are off alignment. So I hope that's helpful for you to understand. And one of the reasons this has come into my awareness to share is I've been investigating money, my relationship with money, and I recently found that there were some things to clear in that relationship, and that a lot of the reasons that those things that I needed to clear were stuck to me, let's just say, or were because I had said yes to things that were not for me. And the other reason was because I had said yes to people in supporting people before supporting myself. Do you see? So it's like sometimes we're so loving, right? We're so generous. And it's not even from this, for me specifically, it's not from this position of, well, I don't matter as much. That's actually not what it is. For me, it was like, I really love this person and I really want to help them. And then there's a little bit of underlying, like, because I love this person and we're friends or we're in a relationship, I don't want to feel that discomfort that they're projecting into the relationship space anymore. So here I can give them relief just by doing this. For me, it's like, just boop, just do this, right? And so because I had said yes to so many times, instead of saying yes to myself first, it got me into this situation with money where I was putting everybody else's financial needs first, and instead of my own. So I wanted to make sure that these people were cared for, and then I could worry about myself or take care of myself. And so I don't mean worry, I mean just then I can deal with what I need to do. But I had to stop doing that. So I had to say no, right, to that pattern and just start to say yes to myself. But I still had to clear these things and they were showing up in my relationship with money because of that, because I wanted these people to have financial support, and that it was easy for me to say, to help them. But I didn't realize in the helping them and putting themselves before me that I was actually saying no to money, where I really needed to say yes to money first. I needed me to be my best friend, right? I needed money to be that supportive friend that shows up all the time. Because there's a lot of stuff with money, right? A lot of stuff. And some of the stuff with money is, like we have things like money's the root of all evil, right? I don't believe that. Or it's just energy, right? So that, or, there's a lot of I'm going to call it spiritual off-centered understandings about money. That if you're doing spiritual work, that you shouldn't be charging. But really, spiritual work is human work. So spirits, if they're not in a human form, don't need money. But we're spirits in a human form, and we need money to operate in this current system right now. So we need it so we can eat. We need it so we can have a place to sleep. We need it so that we can have clothes. We need it so we can have water. We need that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with having enough money or more than enough money. One, so you can share, and two, so you can enjoy your life. I mean, actually, one, so you can enjoy your life. This is the priority list. And two, so you can share. When you have enough, when you start to feel like, and it feels overflowing because all of your needs are met. And then maybe you decide that you have more needs or different needs or needs to travel, right? All these different things that require some money, right? They require money for you to, as an energetic exchange, for you to participate and engage with life with this thing, especially travel. It's one of the things I feel like is very important for people to do, to travel, to see different places, and to experience different cultures, because that just goes, it opens up your consciousness so much when you experience a different way of life, right? You get out of your way of life through travel. So if you can travel out of your consciousness without traveling physically, that's great. But sometimes we need to physically go to another location to have that opening. So again, so it's like when you finally say yes to yourself, right? And you start to build that well, right? Your well of infinite abundance, right? So then you, right? Then you're the priority, and it's overflowing into your own life, right? So there's so much overflowing into your own life that you can do more. You can, be more. You can allow more experience into your life, and then you can share, right? And some of the ways that we share is that we purchase things. We purchase experiences, we purchase fine dining, we purchase books, we purchase clothes, we purchase whatever it is. And that is a way for us to share and spread the wealth. So one of the ways that I'm doing this, and I was guided because it's very important as we move into next year that we don't carry these detrimental energies that are impacting our relationship with money into the next year. So I've created a Clearing Your Money Entities transmission that is for purchase. You have to invest in it because you're investing in yourself. And so you can have a clearer relationship with money. And the plan moving forward is that the next level after that is that you'll learn to transmit these for yourself only, because we're dealing with parasitic consciousness, also known as entities, also known as negative energies, toxic energies, detrimental, whatever you want to call them, that are impacting your relationship with money. And really, it's you and money. No one else needs to be in that relationship. This is not about a polyamorous, relationship. No one else needs to be in your relationship with money, just you and money, the energy of money. And it's important to claim your space in that relationship without other things coming into influence. And so that's what this transmission will help you do. And so the next level is that you work with these for yourself. So you'll learn to transmit these for yourself, because this is a more densely packed transmission. And it's also because I firmly believe that when we're working with parasitic consciousness, there's so many facets and layers to deal with that you have to be more clear yourself and in order to help another person. So it's the same way we're building our relationship with money, right? It's like you've built enough equity, or you've built enough trust in your at your relationship with the energy of money, that and you believe so much in that relationship that then you are able to help others. So then the next level will be for you to be able to transmit these to other people. Part of this for me is that then we can start breaking down these very limiting old belief structures with money and start to live through this liberation and freedom and enjoyment and a loving experience with the energy of money. We can shift that. We can absolutely do it. So this is, I'm giving you like what's going to happen. And the timeline is we're going to start the first level where you can transmit to yourself in January. I'm going to get that sales page out soon, or at least I'm going to have the wonderful, amazing Jenny Dumont get that sales page out for me soon, and all the beautiful, amazing graphics she creates. And then in March, we'll be ready for the practitioner level. So it'll give you enough time between January and February to begin to really claim that relationship with money, again, with your purest essence and with that love and support that's really there, because it's just energy. I really believe that when we sit in front of money and our relationship with money and the energy of money, we start to face so much shadow stuff. This is rich. This is a rich space of releasing so many patterns of shame, of not enoughness, of less than consciousness, so that you can finally just embody your highest worth consciousness, right? In that heart space, like I'm holding this physical heart in front of me, because we don't need, right, that struggle with money. That struggle with money has been projected to us from many directions. And when we can release that projected struggle, when we can release the generational or ancestral struggle, when we can release the parasitic energies from that relationship, then we can come into this great space of liberation and like liberating our highest worth, which it feels amazing to be there. And so, but these are patterns that get freed up in so many areas of your life. It's like money is the great equalizer when we go into that relationship. So I'm going to share the link underneath this video for the clear your money entities transmission. And if you are interested in going forward and learning how to transmit these for yourself and then becoming a practitioner, then what I need you to do is just private message me, let me know, or let me know underneath this video. And keep watching this, my personal page, because there will be information about how to move forward with that. So I am, I'm avoiding wanting to say I'm really excited because it's like the typical thing that entrepreneurs say. But I am exuberantly overjoyed in a very grounded way, anchored way, because I want to see a change. I really want to be someone who is initiating and igniting the spark of this change for so many people, so that we can claim, right? We can begin to claim the truth of ourselves through investigating our relationship with the energy of money. That's simply what we're doing. It sounds simple, but there are many places we need to look underneath many nooks and crannies. So if you have any questions, please feel free to tag me in the comments below. And like I said, I will get the link for the clearing your money entities in the comments below. And so you can start working with that. And then again, if you are really considering becoming a practitioner, then you need the next level, which will start in January, most likely January 5th. And then, because that will prepare you, because you need that time again, like I said, to build that clarity and authority, and get into that space, right? That energetic relationship with money where you're claiming your truth with it so that it can support you finally in a very loving way. So lots of love to you all, and I will see you all soon. Bye.